Let's shoot this shit.
Alright.
Hello?
Nice.
Yo.
Shit.
Are you high right now?
So the time when motherfuckers hit you,
Nah, that's
like
sexy.
that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially trying to kick off a podcast, and this nigga Batiste,
play jam in the background.
this nigga Batiste is definitely caking on the phone. Sounds like it could possibly be an attractive female,
and
but
it could lead to him getting laid tonight.
it could possibly lead if she's local. This nigga will fuck with a bitch from Senegal.
If she's inebriated at the same time.
If she's drunk, if she's local.
Oh yeah, she's trying to get that. I ain't heard you, dick.
Yeah.
I heard from you in a while.
This,
dick.
ladies and gentlemen, this is live. This is again.
Oh shit.
We did not stage this. This is official.
Oh man.
And with that,
That shit was random. Hey, let's talk about
She
this.
was
Be
trying
humble,
to fuck, bro.
what it is?
Bro, random
we
bitches
doing?
hit you like that? First, no, don't try to get off the phone and try to.
I'm saying I'm staying on topic.
But I'm saying we on topic. But what about that phone call? Right
We can
there,
talk
you
about
know what I'm
phones,
saying?
dog.
Because it kind of interrupted us within our session. You know what I'm
Ladies
saying?
and gentlemen, this is
I'm
a
here.
perfect way to kick
Saying
off
this
the
clear.
first
You gonna fuck
episode
this
of our
weekend? You
podcast.
gonna set it up this
You are
weekend?
tuning in live
I'm saying this
to
clear.
SlapBoxxx Radio.
SlapBoxxx. But
If you ain't about the truth, get the fuck up out the booth. That's
This
how
is
we
fake
do it
radio.
here.
Somebody
Ladies
gonna
and
come out with
gentlemen,
some
it's
shit
like
going down in an
check this
official
out.
way. Episode motherfucking
I just want to
one.
say, and I got the mic extremely close to my face, don't adjust the volume, don't move shit soon, but I just want to make sure certain people in the room pick up on what I'm saying and they get that shit in too. But I'm not trying to lie.
Man, nobody give a
Hey.
fuck what you gotta say, nigga.
Sponsored by Hennessy
Next time
Black,
you,
unofficially sponsored.
No free advo, dog.
No. We fuck with Putin in this bitch.
This is the last time we
That's
doing
not
any
even
free
Russian.
advertising for
That's
anybody.
fucking Sweden. It's not Russia.
Hey, look at
No, that's this nigga.
You put the camera on. You see that?
You just moved the camera.
Nah, nigga, that was you, bro.
I could have seen
You
like.
trying to sabotage me, bro.
Wait, you got a witness.
And then he kicked back, chilling, like rubbing his hands, and shit, like just kick back. The camera all in his
I just
back.
got
That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Before we get into this Kendrick Lamar.
Unadulterated, all the way organic. We like fucking that Whole Foods beef. Like,
Hey,
this shit
before
is
we
way
get into
too
this Kendrick,
expensive.
real
But
quick, that's what we were to talk about. We were to talk about this.
Hey, yeah, that's you doing better.
you can, hey, look, hit that lock mode, and when the door moves, it'll like if you hit this bitch right here, it'll lock on the angle. So like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, it'll stay.
But what he needs to do is he needs to extend
Bro,
the arm. I think.
It's good right here, dog.
Sorry.
Y'all niggas
Everybody,
don't.
sorry on behalf of
Before this nigga hey, I wouldn't have sat down for fucking smooth
Can you see the
10
mic?
Bro, I wouldn't have sat down for a smooth 10 minutes, man.
Let's go. Real.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying? All of us semi-inebriated.
No, I'm not anything. Don't put. You speak for yourself, nigga. That's why we got 3 mics.
Bruh.
Or 2.5.
No, we got 2.5.
Alright?
What's the rent on the apartment? 2.5
This nigga
bath.
got a full-fledged foot massager on his motherfucking feet right now.
Drop the camera
Real
down.
niggas got corns, dog.
That's real talk.
Real niggas got corns.
Alright.
RNGC.
Anyway, topic of discussion. Who want to lead in? I'm
Hey,
You
what
the host,
we talking about? We got DJ Beige in the building.
Beige Baby,
DJ ATL America.
ATL.
Beige baby.
Better known as America. Better known as I'm taking over your country and I'm not giving the D back.
American.
Yeah, American in the building. You peep the logo. We don't have the camera on the logo, but the logo's in full effect. Ladies and
We
gentlemen,
firing this director.
this director is bullshit right
This
now.
PA and everything.
These niggas
And the
like,
cameraman.
we making some changes. It's gonna be a total fucking overhaul of the staff. We may not even be here, ladies and gentlemen, but the story lives on. And guess what? It would not live on without these two beautiful motherfuckers right here, Mr. and Mrs. respectively. I'm gonna let y'all choose who the fuck is the Mr. and the Mrs.
Mrs.
Ma'am.
You got the floor. You the Mr. and the Mrs. Cause I don't know. Anyway.
Nah, these the two most soldier
hey,
niggas I ever met in my life, right?
Hey, you
here.
need to liven this up so I can do some.
Oh yeah, we gonna
Hey,
make cuts.
but,
We gonna make cuts.
But hey, So anyway, basically what DJ Beige was trying to say is that
Bobby Beige in the building. We gonna keep up.
I said this earlier, but I was gonna lead him.
We gonna be working on it.
I was trying to give him a cue
in the intro for until
anyway,
like 12.
What we here for is Kendrick, the boy Kendrick Lamar's latest release.
On cue.
Damn. And this is the lead single, Humble, which was preceded by The Heart 4, which I still don't know if I'm familiar with The Heart 1, 2, and 3, but The Heart 4 was kind of ill.
Which is why we even kind of on this subject matter in the first place, is because we all have been an observance of someone who is so fucking dope. It kicked off what we basically considered the first conversation of many.
That's worthy of having.
That's worthy of fucking having. Like, this the barbershop, this the front of the liquor store, loitering ass gas station ass conversation right here.
Studio.
This is the studio. We in studio right now. Like, all this shit is warranted by this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to solely attribute, you know, everything that we gonna do and everything that we got going on to one fucking entity that is the greatness of Kendrick Lamar. But damn it, if we had to, this nigga, he's setting records right now.
Great place to start.
I mean, what a great place to start, you know, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, we're gonna dissect this shit. On our first episode, we decided to call it KKK. We was gonna give a diagnostic.
I think we should make it a 3-part.
We can make it a 3-part.
KKK.
I don't like the KKK.
Nah.
Yes, exactly.
It's controversial and wait. What's the
poignant?
No. It's
fuck, I'm with you.
Damn.
It gets the people going.
It gets the people going.
It's provocative. Thank you, Mr. Rouge. Moulin Rouge. That's cool.
Hey. But it's just provocative. It gets the people going.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's why we are the 3 Stooges, but we black. Don't call us the 3 Bluesians.
We the black Negroes.
The Negroes. The 3 Negros. The 3 Negros.
Yeah.
The views expressed on this podcast are not necessarily the views of all members expressing said views.
Comes from see no evil, hear no evil.
Yeah.
And fucking speak no evil.
All of that.
So
we doing all this profane language and drinking.
If something's gonna save us,
this will.
If something's gonna save us, we gotta give props to the Bible.
I really feel like
#1 book.
we
it's tipping on fofos right now.
I really feel like we fucking
ad-libbing.
shit called not fucking ad-libbing. Fucking trying out for a fucking
casting call this
podcast.
Hey,
so be it, nigga.
So how does everybody? We just listen to Humble. I think
this is one of my favorite songs.
I think we should go from the beginning.
Cause I be feeling.
But I want to ask y'all how y'all feel about. Is everybody listen to every track?
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feel about Humble as a single, as a lead single?
Well, for one, as for if y'all want to take the floor before I do, feel free. You know what I'm saying? It's first show.
I mean, you think you entitled to speak first? Don't try to invoke your privilege and say I'm aware of my
aggressive
privilege.
Ass.
But if y'all want to speak, I'll let y'all speak.
Psychologist,
You already started speaking.
Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz in this bitch.
Like, I got the microphone, but if anybody want to come try to take it from me,
wait.
they can. After I say what I'm gonna say.
I'm being liberal, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck that.
Anyway.
This is a PC free zone, dog.
Alright, we gonna keep it organic in this bitch. You know, let's cue that back up, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll hear it for like a 30-second interval. We'll fade back in. But you know, to know that #1, you know, one of my favorite producers, at least in this generation, you know, Mike Will, all over this beat. Like, that's crazy. Like, this nigga, you know what I'm saying, he's produced some dope individuals. And I just can't completely dissect the fact that someone so young has combined himself with someone so out of his realm that is also so young. I feel like it's a mashup of, you know what I mean, what's my guy's name? DJ Premier and Guru.
Hey, you know what's
it's reminiscent of that. Like, just like, wow, like these two cats linked up and they kind of have nothing to do with each other, but it ended up becoming fucking magic. And I gotta say,
but you think that production made this track though?
I think production made the track. Like this simplified beat. I mean, it's so Dre and Nas right now is what's happening right now. This simplified beat combined with dope lyricism that's poignant and actually saying something. I mean, it's undeniably dope to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the tip that I'm on right now, and that's quite frankly what led me into giving a fuck about this entire project.
What I will say is that I kind of picked up on certain vibes from producers wise, but I like that he used some of the trending producers, but
Photoshop.
He wasn't pushing that song because of this producer. And it's like Mike Will's on here, you on here, Mike Will made it. Like, I haven't heard Mike Will made it unless I'm just over here.
He ain't throw the drop on here.
But it's that to me stands out. It's like, yeah, I got the production there, but I don't need you to know that this is that beat. But I don't know. I think the whole imagery behind the video and the words, the literal meanings, and then when you go back and look at it and see the subliminal meanings, I think it's a loaded ass single. I think it's a good way to open the album because it just made me think that the album's gonna be full of aggression. Like, it felt like after this it was gonna be some more shit like
on some like rally shit.
Yeah, like some more progression type shit. What about you? You like this as a single?
Man, I like Kendrick Lamar as an artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As an artist overall, and then shit, I started listening to Kendrick Lamar off his first mixtape, which was Overly Dedicated. Way back
Beautiful mixtape.
Y'all was born, or y'all even, you know what I'm saying?
before we was born.
Yeah, because people started jumping on
youngest
Kendrick.
nigga in the room.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas started
Hey,
jumping.
the lyrics and the delivery, if you like
Everything
sit
gonna be
back and look at it like from
That
a
was a
different
great
standpoint, that shit was poetic.
All that, dog.
It
He's
was
talking about
poetry
he's
to
talking about
music.
some shit in that
It
It was
album.
spoken word to music. God, let's not get off track.
He's talking about some shit in
Let's
that
stay on
album.
this. Where we at right now, Phil?
Like, honestly, that album is better than this album right here. This is kind of like a pop type album right here.
The reason
You know
that
But that's what makes you great. Is making you relatable.
That's why I think this is one of his best albums because it's something
He's
that
showing
can't
his
cross
like
over.
his expansion. You know what I'm saying? His horizon, like what he could do. He put out a little hip hop album. You know what I'm saying? Now he's mixing it up with hip hop and a little bit singing. Some shit might be commercial to some who feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because their ears are not tuned to the original OG sound that they used to hearing them on and shit like that, man. But the nigga's just showing you the different elements of
I think he was.
This is probably the most broadening of his horizon right here. Like, I would never picture
Rihanna,
he would do something
This
like
is definitely a made for radio single though. I think he was disappointed in his core fan base's response to Pimp a Butterfly. And following that and all the controversy between him and Drake and Big Sean, who's the greatest, I think that he did this album to show them that, because people were putting Big Sean over like Kendrick at one point, but I think he did this album to show them that he can be To Pimp a Butterfly, but he could also do that shit and master it, which he did. The shit's platinum now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
so this is like
this nigga was I don't think he was number one because of John. What's the new white boy? Ed Sheeran. But
I think one of
every one of his tracks debuted on Billboard. Every one of them. I don't
Granted,
know
it was
what
the
position.
hip hop Billboard, and that's another subject.
But how many times though has every track on a project debuted on the Billboard charts though? I don't know.
That's a good stat. We gotta look up.
Homework for the listeners and viewers.
Stat polls.
What was that?
Y'all prove us wrong on some shit that we should know but we don't. Who was the last
in the
person?
comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen
in the comments.
If you feel like we should know this, like. If you feel like we shouldn't know it, dislike, subscribe. But Motherfucking tell us who's the last person that would put out a project and had every project chart.
If I had
every
guess,
single on that project
if
chart.
I had to guess, it'd probably be on some Drake or
Jay-Z?
Easy
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
nah, I don't even think Drake though.
Probably
Somebody dropped a project just
Nobody
before
ever
this
done
that
that, I
was so
don't believe,
ill.
if
Everyone
anybody, I'll
I'm
probably
gonna go back
say.
and say,
I ain't gonna say hip hop, but if anybody, I'll probably say Bruno Mars, dog.
nah, I
Bruno
say
Cole, but
I
I
say-
don't
Not
know
out
if
of
he
all,
got
but at
enough.
least about 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Because like all songs are like on the fucking
that
charts.
shit's epic.
That
dog.
shit hard.
I'm
That
gonna
is
say,
gangster.
I'm gonna
So you
say,
gotta give them a number at least
only
4
other
or
person
5.
I would say would maybe be a pop artist, not Rihanna. I don't know about
That bitch
Beyonce.
hot.
Maybe Beyonce, cause Lemonade did do some shit. So maybe all of her tracks. But as far as rap, I don't know.
That's if you
I
doing
don't know.
the women studies for Lemonade. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, like Billboard wise, all of her shit charted off that.
Yeah, cause that's mostly women. I'm saying like,
Oh, I'm just
who
saying
listen
general.
to your general. She got a push in that chart though, because mostly bitches. You know, niggas think on this shit.
Well, the thing is, like Rihanna, like her last album was dope. It was fucking dope, but at the same time, I really ain't like. The only Rihanna album that I really even gave a fuck about was the one with not Umbrella, but the next shit on it with Jeezy and her. I can't remember the name of it, but all in all, this is a perfect combination because you would never expect them together, and it ended up being something that's so dope.
And I've heard a couple people say like, oh, the lyrics are dumbed down and shit like that. But it's just like, I think people listen to Kendrick and they want to immediately think that it's deep. But what you have to do is listen to it and then listen to it outside of the song, and you'll find the deepness in it. Like, it might seem like some surface shit initially, but I'm pretty sure if you sit back and listen, it's some meanings hidden.
I think a lot of these people, man, they have been dumbed down from all this trash trap music that's out. So when they really hear something as far as like good music, they really don't know how to read that shit. They don't know how to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Because they look like from their ears, they coming from an A&R perspective, like, oh no, don't get my head bobbing up, trash. Can't listen to it. It's not talking about what I want to hear, trap music and bitches. Fuck all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This song right here, nigga talking about something. The song before that, nigga talking about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers are too lazy to get their head to really just think about the rhymes versus just thinking about the beat. You know what I mean?
So how much of any artist that you listen to,
every
do you
artist
give a fuck about the way they came out, whether or not they had a good presentation? Like,
my top 5 is all based off of that.
but I'm saying, like, if you had to pick right now, like 2010 to right now, who's really got it in? Don't kill the Nas, Jay-Z's, the Bigs, the Tupacs.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you some Pimp. I'm gonna tell you some
But see,
Andre.
Pimp, like, that's even.
Okay, well fuck it.
I'm talking about 2010.
Well
to
shit,
now.
I put Crit and Cole. You know what I'm saying? I put this cat right here in that hoe too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those are my 3 top. And Kendrick's in like my top 6. He's not even my top 5. You know what I mean?
I mean, the problem is, even with that date, that range that you
that's what I'm saying. You just like
from
canceled out
2010 to
3
now.
of my 5s.
But even from 2010 to now, we can probably name more rappers that have come on the scene that aren't here right now.
So would you consider them in your top 5?
Hell no, but I'm just saying that the game has been so saturated that it's like
And
your
that's why I
top,
say
your top
2000.
5 from previous from 2010 are gonna automatically be your top 5 after 2010 if they put out anything amongst the 20.
It's gonna
That's
be
why I
really
say
hard.
disregard before 10.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna
That's
be
what I'm
really
saying.
hard for new artists to come in and take your fucking top 5 or whatever person you have in your top 5.
That's why I say
If
if
it's
you
around
had
those
to,
years.
if you had to say between 2010 to 2017 currently, who would you put, like, if you had to, like, I mean, we can always go back and reference the Rakims and the fucking, you know what I'm saying, MC Ren's and shit.
So
I'm saying,
I'm gonna say, you saying that came out as new artists or that just put out
come out
like
here.
like
That's
period
expand,
between that
so
fucking
from
period.
2010, I'm trying to think what came out in 2010.
Fuck it,
Soulja
I'll
Boy
shoot
up in
for
this
you.
hoe?
Nah.
Look,
wait, when was 9/11? Was that was
9/11.
Soulja Boy,
2001?
that was Blueprint.
That was
Blueprint came
2001.
out then.
But he said no J, no Pac, none of the oldies.
Nah, but the J's dropped shit since 2010 because when the Throne come out,
You gonna throw
The
Kanye
Throne
in there,
came out
man.
like 12 or 11.
the Throne came out 12 and 11, so American Gangster came out when?
30.
Ooh.
Nah, it had to
Ooh,
be.
I think
no,
that came out
American
09.
Gangster came out before The Throne, I believe.
You
So
sure?
Blueprint 3.
I think it came out before The
I
Throne.
love the web.
I got it. But I think that
Nigga, Freddie Gibbs, Currency, fucking Crit, fucking.
I gotta
Kendrick
say, you
and J.
put me
Cole.
on
are you going off singles or are you going off
No,
complete projects?
no projects, dude. Like I've been like, you gotta listen to these cats before they hit the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like you listen to them before they hit the mainstream, then you can tell if they got saturated or if they lost their way as far as they sound. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like
That's
Logic
true.
and shit. You know what I'm saying? That last album. we
I
was talking
cannot-
about.
I don't
You
know
I'm
what
saying?
it is,
That's how
like-
you gotta.
I
Underground
get it,
niggas like that. That's what you gotta do. Versus mainstream niggas that just come out straight mainstream. And
Have you
gonna
heard
do
Logic's
mainstream
new?
shit.
I know you say you heard Logic's new project. Have you heard it?
Fuck that project. Magna Carta Holy Grail came out in 2013. Has there been a harder release since then?
That was
I'm
with
not
him
sure.
and Kanye.
Nah.
Yeah, there has been.
That's
That's been
Watch
quite a
the
few.
Throne.
That's been by default hard.
And
Watch the
shit.
Throne came out in 2011, so that's in there too.
And what was Gangsta? American Gangsta.
American Gangster came out
And see, and what shit?
prior to that.
It's a nigga y'all don't know about the shit. Nick Grant, Dave East. Y'all know
Dave
about
East
them
Cole.
boys?
This has been
Dave
dropping
East
some
Cole.
shit.
But the
Dave
problem
East.
with Dave East is he aged himself. He aged himself. He sounds like a wannabe 50 right now. And that's why, like, in Houston, they not fucking with him.
Yeah.
I think I mean, I don't know if you would say he aged himself, but I think he's trying to stick to his
Put on that
core
guard.
demographic.
We gotta lay a palette for that God.
Oh, we shoot.
Like that shit.
Hey, we will skip this.
Yeah, we heard this call already like 30 times.
This is a great little radio play, or a little like just talk over it shit, because everybody.
You can't just skip with the skip button, son.
What? That thing, your kid. That shit can't. That's a kid.
You see it?
Just skip.
What
Where you
song we
wanted to
haven't
go?
heard?
So
What song we haven't heard?
this is one song we all get pretty emotional about.
I think
because
XXX we need to touch on too. We can go back.
we can let's do that
No,
because
let's
we
go
gotta
back.
save room for this guy, because all of us feel
I
some
like
kind of
that
way
God,
about that.
man. Somebody gonna bring all his own some religion shit. Well, as if you look at it like that, bro. I understand. Music is music.
Music
You know
is
what I'm
dope,
saying?
dog.
Sometimes
Music
they do
is
be
dope
having
as
some
fuck.
words in there that might fucking, program you and shit like that. But you
Like
can't-
this is the before I got famous shit right here. Like
let that
I
shit
currently
take you
work
over.
in like a very corporate office, like suit and tie, and frankly, all of us wear headphones because it's just we're all at a point where it's like, man, what we do is so mundane. We gotta zone out.
Just
So
looking at the album up there. I forgot about his ass.
Which
that
one?
nigga go hard. Slippy Brown.
yeah,
He was nice.
shit clean.
Still take it.
That sounds like some Lester shit right there.
Yeah.
That sounds some like Bond shit right there.
Hey, this shit was hard to me because I like the constant changing beat, like in tempo. I like that.
Is this the one he tell a whole? Is this the 10-minute story he tell?
About the shootout and shit. Like
People don't
that.
understand. They don't really look at that shit, dog. Then like come to find out, it's his homeboy at the end of the story. It's his homeboy.
Nah,
he kick it
that's
with.
not it.
That's not it. I think
You
it's
talking
like
about Duckworth?
that's what it is.
That's the story of his dad and Top Dog.
I was
his
trying to figure out
manager.
what that was about.
His dad. We'll get
It
to
fuck
it.
with
We'll
me.
get to it. That's some deep shit though.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta pay
That's some
attention to the
deep-ass
shit. He
shit,
changing
though.
the beat on it, but he continuously telling the story, dog. Like
But this one-
storytelling, bro.
This X-rated Like, this part right here is his homie calling him, telling him, my son just got killed. Like, I want to go do some rent. I want to go fuck niggas up, but I know you anointed. He said, K-Dot, I know that you anointed. Tell me how to overcome. This nigga K-Dot said, I can't sugarcoat it. This is how I feel. If somebody kill my son and me, somebody get killed. What you do for love? I'll catch a nigga leaving service if that's all I got.
So how?
So his friend hit him up and he telling him, fuck it, I'ma shoot a nigga and I'ma throw the blower in his lap. And I'll walk myself to the court. Like, I don't give a fuck.
It does work deep though.
Then the nigga's like, but I'm about to go to this convention about gun violence and gun control. So I'm gonna tell these kids that we need not be out here shooting niggas and shit. But he just got through telling his boy, I'm anointed and I'm spiritual, but I can't lie to you. If that happened to me, I'll be trying to kill a nigga. So but he going to a convention about gun control.
This is my question. Did this album happen to you on accident or on purpose? Like, did you listen to it? Because it seems like all of us kind of have some kind of familiarity with all the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I asked you, hey look, did you hear every track off of fucking Future's album? You'd be like, I heard some of that shit. Like this shit happened to everybody on purpose. Like in all of our fucking criteria, this shit hit platinum. So I'm saying, did it happen on purpose or did it happen on accident?
Being an artist that I listen to constantly or occasionally, happen on purpose. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know like the different severity levels as far as like how some people be getting, you know, feeling like, oh shit, I need a fix. Damn, such and such about to come out with a new album. Oh, can't wait.
I gotta say that's me. I gotta say that's me.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of like,
I wasn't like that. Well, I wasn't like that with this album, but I was looking forward to it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Versus like J. Cole.
Well, the thing was, did you think he was gonna come this hard?
Of course, dog. I don't put that. I don't.
After the heart, I was expecting him to come out with some, like,
I forgot about the
See
heart.
the heart,
shit.
but see the one that I listened to before the heart was the unmastered,
that shit too though. That shit was
gangsta.
fucking.
And
That
then
shit was crazy
fucking
to me,
Swiss
dog.
Son produced some of the tracks on there.
Swiss Beats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit crazy.
I think
We gotta get into that guy.
what'd you just say? I wanted to say something. Nah, prior to that, you were talking about. Damn, what were you talking about? This album.
No, he had asked if it was this album an accident or on purpose listening to it.
Okay. So this is what I wanted to say. Like lately, I've been kind of, if it's a new album out, I'll stumble upon it, and then I'll try to purposely listen to it all the way through without skipping. And due to how I'm listening to music these days, pretty much with my phone in my pocket, I select what track, what CD, and I listen to it all the way through with the phone in my pocket. And if I have to skip, it takes me like two thumb clicks, and then because I have bitch ass Sprint, like I risk the streaming. I risk the streaming stopping. But if I skip a track, I really don't want to hear it. And this shit, I didn't skip shit too. Like, skip through. This album, I didn't skip through. Logic shit, I was skipping that nigga. This shit, I didn't skip through. I didn't necessarily know the titles to the songs, but I knew which songs I liked, and I knew certain words.
Let me ask y'all a question, because I really need to know the answer to this. Am I wrong for not like the Logics, the Asherah? What's the other nigga that got the show on Viceland?
Did you say Asherah, dog?
Yeah, Asherah. I like, yeah, like all them white boys right now.
That's why I say the next episode needs to be Rap. White rap. Rap. W-R-I-P.
Hey yo, that's the net.
Rap.
KKK. Rap.
W-R-A-P. White rap.
Yes.
Rap.
Fucking yes. Okay. Am I wrong? And this is the segue to the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to an end. Don't worry, we're gonna touch on that God. I know y'all waiting for
touch on that God.
We're gonna touch
We
on that
touch
God.
on God and it's one more.
Duckworth.
Duckworth.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on those two. But just before we do that, we wanna kind of delve into what's gonna be the topic of discussion for the next episode, which is gonna be fucking white rappers.
Well, the next installment, because this is KKK, right?
This is KKK.
What's
So
the
we got
KKK?
two.
We got one. What's up?
Well, we gotta dissect. Maybe we won't devote like a whole hour like we did. Well, right now we're riding on 53 minutes. We're coming to.
That's
end.
good enough.
Yeah, that's perfect.
For one track though, that's decent. I mean,
that's
for one
project.
One
project.
podcast.
One project. Oh well,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
So
But I think the KKK thing is dope. I like that. But I just think it needs to be 3 separate. Like maybe the videos can be one thing, but I think the podcast need to be 3 individual installments of the KKK like series or something like that.
yeah, I think people will fuck with that just because, you know what I'm saying, we're look, stay fucking tuned, people.
Right,
okay?
right. This shit's all
That's
in the
it.
works.
That's it.
And y'all
So-
getting too much vaccine shit.
Hell yeah, y'all, we delving too far into this hoe. So next is gonna be we might go into
Asher, you were talking about the
yeah, that's for the rap. But for KKK, we're gonna do Kodak Black, and then we're gonna do maybe Khaled. Yeah, Khalid.
We can do Khalid. Throw a little R&B.
We'll do
in
Khalid.
there.
We'll do Khalid.
Let's
to
just
this-
do Khalid
yeah,
because
we'll
we
do
got
Khalid.
2 rap albums, and then I think Khalid is a dope.
Yeah.
Little, something for the not just.
Shit,
rap
you want to do
heads.
another K? Do Machine Gun Kelly again.
Nah,
But Kelly
fuck
ain't
that.
dropped no
That
shit
nigga's
lately.
going into the rap
Yeah.
section.
Yeah, exactly.
Rap.
Yeah.
Like cool hip.
Hey, no, okay,
Yeah.
shit. You put Crit in that hole, but he's on a different another level.
Nah, Chris.
He on another scene.
Chris
with
gonna
them,
be
you know.
another segment.
He ain't with them niggas, you know.
We gonna get into the gutter.
Crit, Traded Truth.
Nah,
them 2
bro.
need to do
Kilo.
No,
Nah,
what's the
nah.
nigga name? Killer
Bro.
Kalon?
No.
Kalon?
Listen,
Killer
the reason
Cali.
the reason Killer Calion, you talking about? From Houston?
Kalon? Yeah. What's the how you say the nigga name?
Calion. But he's not here with no more. He dead.
Whoa,
He's
no,
not dead,
hold on.
bro.
He ain't
just
dead.
don't.
Damn.
He's just not an avid rapper like talking about.
Who y'all talking about?
He just dropped some
Nigga,
shit.
motherfucking-
This shit go hard too.
Nigga, fucking Boss Hog Outlaws, nigga.
We not
All
talking
right,
about the
fast
same
forward,
person.
ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get into that.
But yeah, Crit is on a whole nother level as far as you can't put him in with Trey and because Crit is with you can put him in with the fucking you messing you can put him in with
You ain't locked the angle? Did you lock the
Nah,
angle?
bro. The angle was locked with the door in the position that I had it.
We good.
Put
We
him in with
good.
what? I'm putting him in with Traded
No,
Truth
why?
because
Why?
because I feel
Why?
like
Why?
Okay, let me
Why?
say,
I
bitch.
can't
You
because
said
it's
why?
like, why?
motherfucking
Why you even
time?
saying that? It's like
Because
no.
you gotta listen to this nigga Traded. Whatever you think, Trade. Like, what you think? Why you got a problem with Traded Truth? He from your hometown.
Okay, but I'm saying they on 2 different levels, bro.
You think that, dog? You not listening. This nigga Traded Truth. You know what he rap about these days? How he can't get shit on the radio.
Everything.
That's just as political as Big Crit.
I understand.
That's all I'm saying.
I understand.
That's why I said cause Crit, how many songs has Crit had on the radio in the last 5 years?
Well, I say this.
None. That's why I put them in the same bucket
Well,
because they both speaking a message that nobody wants us to hear.
Well, I was coming from is like they're speaking that message, but I'm saying mostly about what this rapper talks about that puts them in this type of frame, and what this rapper mostly talks about put them in this type of frame. As far as amongst rappers who really talk about substance stuff versus street stuff and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trey is more street shit. He talks more street shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's another day for another day.
Yeah, that's another episode.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So, you know, all of us kind of have something about us that wants us to be great, and I feel like, you know, that's included with Kendrick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga, like, look at what Fear has done to this album and flowing into you know,
hey, before we flow into it, what y'all think about positive or take it back to this to like maybe 15 seconds back, where this I think this person leaving this voicemail is his uncle, and he's telling him that you wonder why you have it hard or why we have it hard as black people, and then he says that the Bible, Deuteronomy, says that the original people are gonna be cursed because they lost their way.
That's why we keep this in the booth.
You need it. But what y'all think about that though? It's like
he said the original people.
We lost our way and we found Deuteronomy 2 and something. When he said, let me know.
Yeah.
But
it's on the book at least. He
said that that we essentially lost our way and we turned our faith. He's punishing the true children because they've like abandoned their ways and started following these false gods, these false prophets. Like, what y'all think about that? Like,
what I think about it is I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna follow my God, and the hell with everybody else being the following not to live. That's what I think about that shit. Oh, we talking about the music. My bad.
It's a reason that he put that. It's a reason he put that in the music though.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
But that's the same. I'll you know what I'm saying, add that to my music too. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm gonna listen to who I feel is the dopest and shit like that. Everybody got an opinion at the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he put that in there though, lets you know that within this message of an album, he's telling you something from 1 to 14, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta dissect shit without even just like listening to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if you listen to it, you're gonna be looking for it. But if you don't listen to it, you're not looking for it, you're gonna hear it. You know what I mean? You gotta listen to it without dissecting it. It's just like, it's like when you watch movies and shit. You be missing like the smallest points. You know what I mean?
I look at it differently because I think like when I spend time writing, like when I actually spend time writing something, I try not to make it so obvious with what I'm saying. Like, I try to find a way to mask what I'm saying, but say it in a way that can be misconstrued. So I just feel like, since I do that, I'm thinking that these niggas are on that same level. And I know this nigga Kendrick is on that level, dog. Like, if this is this nigga's sophomore or debut album, I would say it was good. It was perfect. But this is this nigga's third album.
Yeah.
No, because Mad City,
Butterfly. Oh, then if you want to do the Untitled album,
I think that was like an EP, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was like I feel like this shit is like a packaged album though. But I'm not mad at it. Like, it has like, I feel like it's like everything, club bangers, like radio shit. I'm not mad at it though, cause it's like, we haven't gotten that from this dude before, but he's still that deep ass nigga because the lyrics aren't what you think they are.
And see, man, we need to do like a throwback, like mixtape, as far as like some of the hottest artists like that are out right now. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
you say throwback.
Throwback mixtape, like how they first came in the game with their first mixtape or album and some shit. And just look at the range and the development, or where they came and where they at right now as far as they sound. You know what I mean? Because it would really say a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he first came in, I don't know how people, you know what I'm saying, perceived him or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I can imagine that they perceived him.
Well, the thing was like
dope.
the West Coast, like all in all, was not founded. Like, who was really doing it for the West Coast besides this nigga?
Well, this nigga's been on in the West Coast for his shit that prior to his shit before swimming pool.
But did he need like somebody to boost him up though? Like did Snoop boost him up? Dre?
Well, you got that.
He got that boost
break.
because they were speaking for the West Coast and nobody else was really speaking for West Coast.
But I'm
like
saying,
that.
where did he really make his way from? You know what I'm saying? Like swimming pools.
Swimming pools, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Before swimming pools, he didn't have any national like acclaim.
Attention, yeah.
Wait.
But that doesn't mean that his core fan, like I say, his core fans, people in Compton, they knew him since this nigga knew him from the shit that he said, which I didn't really heard before. But the people in Compton, I'm sure, they already knew this nigga. Just like the people in New Zealand, even though I don't live in, or even though certain people don't know the nigga Black Bob.
Shout out to New Zealand.
Hey, shout out to New Zealand. The nigga Black
We
Bob
fuck with
said that's where all his streams coming from. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. This nigga Kendrick, dog, he didn't have national acclaim until swimming pools, but he'll tell you himself he didn't like that record, dog.
Honestly, I don't even.
It's on interview. He didn't like that.
Wait,
record.
honestly, before I really think he had national acclaim before Swimming Pool because the album,
what?
the Matt.
I'm saying that was
Okay, Matt.
radio.
Say about Matt.
No, I'm saying Swimming Pool came off of what album?
Yeah.
Get Good, Mad City.
It was already hot. You gotta think at.
What was already hot?
Man City. You gotta look. You gotta think at.
The album came out after the single.
Wait. You gotta look at before the album. Who was he fucking with?
His local
Producing.
Doesn't matter.
A big
he was
name.
in with TDE.
But I'm saying a big name. He was fucking with Dre. Dre was behind this cat all the way. You know what I'm saying? It's some songs him and Dre got.
Dre behind. I mean,
He saw the shit in
songs
him.
that Dre that.
He
I don't feel
produced.
like he was fucking with Dre to the extent that Eminem was fucking with Dre.
No, not to that extent, but he
Yeah.
started finding this nigga. He fucked with him on a couple of songs. Some couple of songs got him hot and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck.
But you gotta give it to this
Welcome to
nigga
Cali and some shit.
Like because like he kind of like got his shit like out of nowhere.
It's out of nowhere to us because we not out
That's
there.
what I'm saying. I don't think nothing is like out of nowhere.
No, I'm saying
telling
like
you.
just to the general public, it was out of nowhere.
Swimming pools.
Like yeah.
I saw this shit. I'm sorry. I know. Like I've listened. Like
You saw it coming.
I saw it coming. Like
Why
even
didn't
off
you
of
go
the
ahead and get KendrickLamar.com, dog? We could be fucking rich, nigga.
copyrights infringement. But I'm just saying though, like just that one song was a bull. Like I still think to this day is a still bullshit song. Like what's the other song? Kill My Vibe. Y'all forgot about that one. That follow.
The original song.
The original is the hardest. Fuck the remix, dog. Fuck Jay. Nothing disrespect Jay. Nothing disrespect Jay. But I'm saying, fuck the remix, bro. That shit trash.
Scratch that part. We're gonna scratch
Fuck
that
nah.
part.
Fuck
Man.
keep that shit OG.
No.
Both of these niggas on this nigga thing. Oh my god.
Ain't nothing about that.
Hey, respect,
Fuck
bro.
that shit, bro.
You're not gonna disrespect it, and niggas like literally. If that's not him, that figuratively could be him right there. Them bars.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be
this right
respected.
here.
Nah, right there. Them big bars can represent.
You gotta
Alright. I don't mean to
Respect
say.
the forefathers,
I don't mean to say fuck Jay.
And I'm not
But
even talking about the
What
original.
we talking about as far as the remix?
I'm talking about the original. I'm talking about the original that didn't get out, dog. The original
with the
Lady
singer?
Gaga.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is that song though is more than that song is more than, and I feel like when people like they're like that shit's crazy to me. Like, okay, who would y'all say is a good ass artist right now?
Author?
Yeah. Like, okay, let's say fucking Harry Potter's Arthur, J.R. Tolkien, right?
Yeah, J.R.
What about R.L.
No,
Stein on the
H.R.
Goosebumps?
Harry Potter is
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, right? Let's just say J.K. Rowling put out a tabloid magazine. Mm-hmm. Would you be like, this shit is some garbage, or would you think that J.K. is about to have the best motherfucking tabloid ever?
Ladies and gentlemen, just before we kick this off, we want to let you know we finished Kendrick's album.
That was the last tabloid.
That was the last.
We didn't really talk about that.
You know what I'm talking about?
And frankly,
he's
like,
an author, so he's probably gonna have like the bombest of tabloids.
And that's what I'm saying. This is
68 minutes.
Bombest.
We're on 68 minutes
for this year.
of
17.
We're on 68 minutes
right
of
now.
SlapBoxxx Radio.
All in all, before we end this segment,
if you're half as fucked up as we are, we appreciate you for rocking with us. Thank you so much.
The nigga Kendrick came with his regular
We're still
shit,
commentating as
and
here.
he came with his
if you
charted
want to
shit.
fuck with us. But,
and that's it. We're gonna get a formula one day, and I know he's saying shit that's more important than what I'm saying. Yeah, so I don't know why he's stopping.
We're programming, but for the people who need to go to sleep, we're programming. For the people who want to fuck with us, keep it rocking.
I'm not going to sleep.
We're gonna cut this off at like a very awkward period. Like you're gonna be like, damn, where them niggas go? We're gonna pop up. And episode 2 gonna pop off. It's called Rap, WRAP, White Rap. We're gonna touch on white rap. That's episode. Well, hold on.
That's
we may
next
even,
installment.
That could be the next installment. Or we might even touch on KKK a little bit more because we only touched on Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
Although Kendrick could embody all 3 Ks.
He could embody all. I mean, he's just that great. But
we
at the
can
end
do
of the
3
day,
Kendrick albums.
I mean, look, y'all give us feedback. Let us know how you feel, and you know what? We're family. We're family. You know, we all grow together. We all flow together.
Let us know if y'all are offended by this KKK installment we're doing.
I'm offended by it, goddammit.
We're not asking you though.
I don't give a fuck. I'm a fucking civilian in America, so I'm offended by it.
Let me say this.
I don't like it. Why give praise to a motherfucking bullshit ass fucking acronym? Please, bullshit ass motherfucking group.
Please,
fuck the motherfuckers.
Please keep your comments in the comment section and not on my
It's gonna be a lot of comments like me. Fuck the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever read YouTube comments? Them motherfuckers are harsh.
Alright, I'm gonna defer to...
Them motherfuckers are harsh.
I'm gonna defer to D. Rujo.
It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers with comments like mine.
FC
Fuck
gives
them
his
motherfuckers.
resignation.
We call this part of the radio show D. Rujo Rant.
He's giving his resignation.
D. Rujo Rant.
So I'm gonna let
him
resign
sign
in
off 60
peace.
seconds. 60 seconds. We're gonna let D. Rujo Rant.
Hey man, let me say this. All in all, I'm gonna give Kendrick 0 slaps for this.
0 slaps.
I'm giving him 0 slaps.
SlapBoxxx Radio. If you get 0 slaps, that means you are dope. That is the equivalent of 5 mics on the source.
Nah, we gotta come with something.
I'm gonna give him a half slap.
Nah, we gotta do something. We gotta do like
the only reason I'm gonna give
we're gonna give him a jaw grab.
Alright.
Yeah, jaw grab.
Like
you motherfucker, you
nigga,
you little nigga, you.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a garage jab. No slaps right now. Bro.
No slaps.
If I had the rating in slaps, I'd give him 0 slaps. I was gonna say a half slap just because I felt like he went commercial, but I think he needed to. So I'm gonna give him no slaps on it.
Pop charts.
I like this. I like
first
this.
Pop charts. First of very few, ladies.
Pop charts.
That's the first 0 slaps of very few. And this is the earliest episode, so when we come back and revisit, I may give Kendrick a slap or 2.
This is the part of the segment that we call Toast, 12th round toast. this
nigga said toast, 12th round toast. He's about to call it something real eccentric and extravagant, and he was like, we gonna just keep that shit in and call it a toast.
This is called the 12th round toast, ladies and gentlemen. If you can say all those T's, you fuck with us.
Hey.
So, in culmination and in summation and fucking yeah. So I mean, look, this is the opportunity in a fucking radio show where we allow you to comment, and we
only in the comment section. Keep that shit out of my face.
We have an obligation, whoever's the top commenter, whoever's the motherfucking dopest, to say some shit. We gon' ride off your vibe.
Look, let me say this. If you're not a subscriber, we're not about to take time out to, conversate with you. If you want to troll and just comment, but you don't want to subscribe, like, you obviously listen, go ahead and subscribe. Like, we're not saying we the best, but You may just want to be on a podcast, and we may give you a bunch of shit that you cannot do to make your podcast better. So go ahead and subscribe to our podcast or whatever this shit is that we doing, so you can watch us fail until we start succeeding. You know what I mean? And you can take the shortcuts to success by watching us.
So just before we sign off, we got 3 segments. Not segments, but 3 little stints that we have.
Can somebody restart my foot massager? My fault.
Yeah, we got Davo, D Rouge.
This the only. You notice there's only one black person saying the N word in here, so you can guess who's black.
We're all black.
Nigger.
No, we're not black.
We're not black. According to this damn, we are.
Yeah, nobody was listening to the damn album. We're Aboriginal.
We are the original.
Black is not facts no more. You know what I'm saying? Black is not facts. Nobody was listening to the album.
However, be looking out for that all black coalition coming soon. ABC, it's easy as that. It's coming soon.
Shooting plugs for ABC. You ain't got a
so Rouge.
What are you talking about?
I don't got somebody else shooting on it.
Don't make me bring the mic close.
Coalition.
All black coalition, though.
Oh, okay.
All black coalition.
Okay. You said ABC. I thought you was talking about some TV shit.
It's simple as that. Everybody don't need to know.
Shit,
if you tell a white person this is all black coalition, if they like the shirt, they're not gonna buy it. But if they just see ABC and it's a dope ass shirt, they're gonna spend that $150. That's what I'm trying to do, nigga.
Meanwhile, I thought he was talking about ABC Family Network.
Cause you don't know your ABCs.
It is not. I know A through Z. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
and don't Scandal come on ABC? That bitch Olivia Pope is
I want to say the Kessler now.
Who? I don't care, dog. But did y'all hear that Chris Rock fucked Kerry Washington?
That nigga was
while they was shooting up,
see, that's I think we're gonna drop bombs.
I think I want to cheat on my wife. What's the movie he had?
First of all,
I think I cheated on my wife.
Did you hear that Bow Wow was not on a private fucking jet? Bruh, this nigga was fronting on Spirit.
I'm going home.
This nigga was fronting.
It's turning out.
SlapBoxxx was so fucking SlapBoxxx. Your homeboys and homegirls. We got bitches in here too. They just not saying anything.
You just can't see them. The bitches that we got right now, you can't see them because they working. You know what I mean? And we don't need them around. If
the programming is programmed by the hoes. So, I mean, I don't want to call them hoes.
Let's not call them hoes, dog. Yeah. Don't be just.
You call them broads.
Just call them flunk.
No, you call them broads. Either broads.
They're class A hoes. I mean,
I snatched as soon as he's about to whisper.
Hey. If you don't see them, they ain't here. And when we get to the top, they won't be here either. And if they are, just know that they only here because we at the top. Because if them hoes was down, they wouldn't be getting called hoes because they'd be here right now.
It wouldn't be right if we didn't sign off. Okay, so it wouldn't be right.
These niggas talking about.
I know.
I had hoes when I wasn't down. I had hoes.
I'm signing off right now. Y'all can keep talking. I gotta get to a safe.
We got a toad in the
house. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the liquor flowing. Please keep the weed blowing.
Hey, y'all check out this new bottle of ABC All Black Coalition coming soon.
Oh my goodness.
No free advertising. Man. No free advertising.
Yo, I mean, how do y'all feel? Like, this is the first episode of SlapBoxxx Radio.
It felt good. We gotta see the video to reassure it.
Okay. Nah, I feel like fuck that shit. We not watching none of that shit, dog. Post that shit or whatever.
Hey,
I think if we start watching that shit, we gonna be like, nah, I don't like that. Fuck that. Keep that shit organic.
No, we can say that all we want. It's no going back and editing and cutting shit out. We just gonna keep it, bro. We're not going back and shoot it again.
Baptiste said that we should go
put Tarantino mode.
Why? Let's look at it after it's posted.
Because we can beef up our conversations or some shit like that.
Let's look at it as spectators. That way we can get that'll at least be 3 views right there. If we post it and then we go look at it, that's 3 views.
So at this point in time, we take the shit live.
We gotta do it from each computer.
This is called this.
And your smartphone.
Damn. We get at least 6 views off of 3 of us. Shit.
This is called the cigarette break portion of the fucking
that
episode.
Shit is missing. Like Just tell her to come get it from me.
Leave that hoe here.
I'm just
Leave that hoe
saying,
here.
not today, because I got it in my hand. On
You better
Who
have
has
some
the keys
quid
to
pro
this
quo
house?
in this
Said,
bitch.
If
Well, y'all
it's
not here.
No,
if
if
it's
you
missing
leave,
one day,
if you leave with that hoe, you better ask bro.
pillow? Are you talking about this pillow?
No, the pillow can you can
I'm
take the
just saying,
pillow. The pillow is
thing-
okay.
That thing right there, dog.
Is live.
That shit here. This shit right here.
This shit right here, nigga.
Fuck around. That's kind of like when you get in one of those little hotel
Hey,
beds.
you know
and
what
they
I'ma
just
do?
shake it, Go in a circle.
I
That's
got
what
the.
them hoes is.
Leave that. That's okay. Yeah,
Where's
just
the
drop.
other thing though?
That's okay.
There's something supposed to be connected to it.
That's all right. Yeah. Just don't break none of the records.
We don't want to break it, but we also
Shit, we use this shit too. Shit, we ain't trying to break shit. Took us 2 hours to find something going on.
Yo, I'm feeling very great about this episode right now. I mean, it was totally unadulterated, totally real, totally organic. You know what I mean? So, cigarette break. You got Newports?
Nah, dog.
B&M's? B&M's.
Nah, he got WPC. White people
Hey, do you
cigarettes.
want to get in front of me, dog?
Yeah.
I don't want you walking behind me.
You moving too slow, man.
You're gonna have to wait, dog. 'Cause you can't get in front of me.
Sure, I hate how his wig is in his mouth.
This ain't gonna turn the light on and shit.
Cause your slow ass
Body.
don't know where you
Body,
going.
cameraman.
You don't know where you going. Let me get some water, man. Yeah, just like your face. Your face.
Front door.